Hi students, welcome to Chemistry Online. Today we are going to discuss electrical properties of solids. Electrical properties of solids. In previous class we discussed imperfections in solids. In this class we are going to discuss electrical properties of solids. Electrical properties of solids. Okay, so before we are going to discuss electrical property, you have to know conductivity range. Conductivity range of the solids is conductivity range. Conductivity range of these solids is 10 power minus 20 ohm inverse 10 power minus 20 to 10 power minus 20 to 10 power 10 power 7 ohm inverse into meter inverse. The conductivity range of these solids, electrical properties we are going to discuss. Conductivity range is 10 power minus 20 to 10 power 7 ohm inverse meter inverse. Conductivity is measured in ohm inverse and meter inverse. First of all, you know what is a conductivity. What is a conductivity? What is conductivity means? Passing of electricity freely through it by the solids are called conductivity. Passing of electricity freely through it are called the process of passing electricity freely through it is called conductivity. Okay, based on conductivity, metals can be classified into three types. Based on conductivity, metals classified into three types. How many types? Three types. The first one is nothing but conductors. Conductors, not bus conductors who gave tickets. Conductors means which passing electricity freely through them are called conductors. The range is in between 10 power 4 to 10 power 7 ohm inverse meter inverse. Okay, then second one, semiconductors. Their range is in between 10 power minus 6 to 10 power 4. They are called ohm inverse meter inverse are called semiconductors. Next, third one, insulators. Their conductivity range is in between 10 power minus 20 to 10 power minus 10. 10 power minus 10. They are called insulators. Means conductivity almost 0. Insulators, for example, wood. If you pass electricity, no chance to pass. Next, Plastic, no chance to pass. Next, glass, no chance to pass. These are nothing but insulators. Okay, so these are conductors, semiconductors, and insulators. Now, conductivity of metals we are going to discuss. Conductivity of metals we are going to discuss. Conductivity of metals. Okay, two important terms you have to know. They are nothing but a valency bond and a conduction band. First you have to know valency bond, valency band, and second one is conduction band. Valency band means atoms combine to form molecules. The molecules having valency band. The next higher energy level is nothing but a conduction band. So I am going to show in metals. First conductors, then semiconductors, then insulators. Okay, here it is a valency band. It is a valency band. Valency band of conductors. Next, conduction band. It is a conduction band. It is a conduction band. No energy gap. Here, no energy gap. So conductivity is more. Easily jumps electrons from valence shell to conduction band. So conductivity is high. Next, semiconductors. Semiconductors means it is conduction band. It is valency band. It is a valency band. Here it is energy gap. Energy gap. So less energy gap. Then on adding means here conductivity is less comparing to conductors. Then if you take insulators, it is conduction band. it is valency band. Here energy gap is more. Here energy gap is less. So due to energy gap, more energy gap, see, due to more energy gap, electrons can't jump from valency band to conduction band. So insulators do not conduct electricity. Due to less energy gap, some electrons may jump from conduction band, valency band to conduction band. So the conductivity is less comparing to conductors. So here no energy gap. Here no energy gap. So electrons may easily jump from valency band to, it is valency band, it is a conduction band, it is a energy gap. Okay, it is a conduction band, it is a conduction band, it is a valency band, conduction band, it is a conduction band, and it is a valency band. So it is conductivity of metals in conductors, semiconductors and insulators. Understand? So this is valency band and conduction band. Valency band means atoms combine to form molecules. Molecules can form valency band. And next higher energy level to the valency band, next energy level is nothing but higher energy level, that is conduction band. If electrons easily jumps to valency band to conduction band, then electricity will be easily passed, then conductivity is more, that is in conductors. Understand? So this is the way conductivity of metals can be discussed. Got it? Then you have to know doping. Then you have to know doping. Important, very important. Doping. So what is a doping means? We may increase the conductivity of semiconductors by adding some impurities to the substance. The process of increasing conductivity of semiconductors by adding some impurities is called doping. Understand? So the process of increasing increasing conductivity of semiconductors by adding some impurities, is called doping. The process of increasing conductivity of semiconductors by adding some impurities are called doping. Okay. Then types of semiconductors we are going to discuss. Next you have to know types of semiconductors. Types of semiconductors you have to know. How many types of semiconductors we have means See, how many types of semiconductors we have means two types. How many types of semiconductors? Two types of semiconductors. First one, see, first one, N-type semiconductor. The second one, P-type semiconductor. N-type semiconductor and P-type semiconductor. So how these N-type and P-type semiconductors are obtained means, see here, I am taking third A group elements: boron, aluminum, gallium, indium and thallium. Next, fourth A group elements: carbon, silicon, germanium, tin, lead. And fifth A group elements: nitrogen, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony, bismuth. These are fifth A group elements. Here valency shell electronic configuration ns2 np1, here ns2 np2, here ns2 np3. It having how many electrons? 3 electrons. How many electrons it having? 3 electrons. Because group ns2 np1 means it having 3 electrons. It having 4 electrons. It having 5 electrons. Now the fourth A group elements like silicon, germanium can be act as a semiconductors. Now silicon is doped with aluminum, or silicon is doped with boron, or silicon is doped with gallium. Then here it requires 4 electrons. We are adding 3 electrons. 1 electron hole is formed. 1 electron hole is formed. Then P-type semiconductors are obtained. Understand? See here, is silicon and germanium. See, these are doped with boron, aluminum or gallium. Next, germanium is doped with boron, aluminum, gallium. So here it requires 4 electrons. It having only 3 electrons. Then P-type semiconductors are formed. Here first N-type semiconductor, how it is formed. N-type semiconductors. So fourth A group elements, fourth A doped with, fourth A is doped with fifth A. Fourth A is doped with fifth A. Then P-type semiconductors are formed. So here fourth A means silicon and germanium. Fifth A means it is phosphorus or arsenic. It is doped with like this. So now fourth A means silicon, germanium doped with fifth A. Then silicon or germanium doped with phosphorus or arsenic. Phosphorus or arsenic. Then N-type semiconductors are formed. Why? Because it having 4 electrons. A germanium having 4 electrons. Why? Because it is a fourth A group element. Next up, arsenic. Arsenic having 5 electrons. then it is doped with this means here a electron hole is formed. Here a electron hole is formed, negative hole. So one electron will be excess. 4 electron form 4 covalent bonds and 1 electron will be excess. The excess electron conduct electricity in germanium. The excess electron conducts electricity in germanium. Then n-type semiconductors are formed. Next, second one is p-type semiconductors. P-type semiconductors, same, silicon and germanium. Here, fourth A doped with third A. It having 4 electrons. It having 3 electrons. It having 4 electrons. It having 5 electrons. Okay. Then fourth A means silicon and germanium. Silicon and germanium. Next, third A means boron, aluminum, gallium, whatever it may be. Aluminum and gallium. So germanium is doped with aluminum and gallium. For example, here I am taking germanium which having 4 electrons. It is doped with gallium which having only 3 electrons. 4 electrons it having and it having only 4 electrons and 3 electrons. So one electron is excess which form positive hole. It forms positive hole which conducts electricity. Here it forms a negative hole. It is a negative hole which conducts electricity. It is a positive hole. So p-type semiconductors are formed. It is a negative hole. So n-type semiconductors are formed. Understand? This is types of semiconductors. Types of semiconductors. It is nothing but a doping. Understand? Okay. This is the way we discussed. A very important question for 4 marks. This is very important question for 4 marks. It is also very important question for 4 marks. It is 2 marks. Okay. So this is the topic. Semiconductors, doping and n-type semiconductors, p-type semiconductors. So here it form a positive hole, here it form a negative hole. Negative hole means n-type semiconductor, positive hole means p-type semiconductor. The hole increases conductivity. Here the hole increases conductivity. Okay. Got it? Bye.